This Saturday of college football rolls on with a mid-afternoon feast. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. And the Bruins ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Terrapins offense will go to work first. And this junior tight end is a steady, productive piece of their attack. And what a luxury it is to have a weapon like this at tight end. He is a big play that can happen at any moment.
There's a lot of great attributes about a tight end, like the size, the physicality. This guy, though, what sticks out the most is the speed. That you want to play him man-to-man, put a linebacker on him, that's a problem. You put a safety on him, he's still got good enough speed and size to go win. Palmer, this guy, they put him everywhere, and he wins because of that blazing speed.
It's really crazy to think about that he might actually be their fastest. If you had everybody lined up at receiver, tight end, just running vertical routes, he might actually be the fastest. And Dave, we've even seen him on film run away from cornerbacks as well in man coverage. Nobody can seem to catch up with this guy. A very unique skill set for a tight end.
The short hands, it's Durham. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Line gets set, first down. Rides the back and leaves it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference, but now adding all...
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Makes the catch. And they're able to get him down.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on.
Looking for the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. The Bruins offense will now get its first chance with the football. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got his man on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Iamaleava. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Here's a little room there. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Right back to the well.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On the run, it's Thomas. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Quickly to the tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing, Iamaleava. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Run in the red zone. It's Cox. And they're able to make the tackle.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, I know it took their defense a second to get the ball back for the O after that last drive, but now their offense is kind of doing the same thing. They're now playing keep away. Really good job there on third down, handing it off, understanding where the first down marker is, everybody executing, and now you got an opportunity to keep this thing going. You're thinking pay dirt, you're thinking touchdown here.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Working that left side now. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that, but the offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. fired complete. Nothing but green grass down the middle. At the 20. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. And he's in! Touchdown, Terrapins! Extra point here will tie the game.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
To the ground, he's got it again. There's a crease. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Pass on first down. Caught by the receiver. Gain of 8.
The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Iamaleava. It's complete to the left. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Thomas. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Hands it off on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Washington. Finds a tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it down the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll slide, and it's a good pickup on that one.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. 4th down, Iamaleava. At midfield, he's got room. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Now on 2nd down. Throwing, Iamaleava. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Bruins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Trying to run, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Maryland uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Terps will use their last timeout. They can't stop it again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Push forward on the sneak. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. On the option. Pitches it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high, but this is one of those areas situationally in a game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Under fire. And down he goes.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half, I imagine. Turning it on! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that's a really fun toy to have. When you can go 5 wide and use your running back, man, and make them have to cover him with a bigger body. A guy that he's faster than, but a guy that can now run.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Running inside, it's Thomas. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Iamaleava. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Third down in the gun, Iamaleava. Touchdown, Bruins! Fitted in the window for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not there. Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse.
Well, it's a great job by the defense, forcing the fumble. They were hoping they'd jump on it for a touchdown. The offense got there first, but it's a safety and a great play defensively.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. You always hear put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. And that, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
Goes to the option. The keeper. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. They'll get to keep possession, but man, do they have a long way to go after that fumble threw them in reverse. The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Imaliava. He's got the tight end, and he's dragged down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
From the gun on third down, Imaliava. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Rush is on him. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Here's Imaliava to throw. He wants to go deep. Makes a grab for a big play. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this is why I love sudden change situations. When you get a turnover, oftentimes coordinators like to take a shot right away. The defense is back out on the field. They're trying to communicate. Sometimes they're discombobulated. They're sleepwalking a little bit. And the offense takes advantage, taking a shot and coming up with an explosive play.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that is just what you wanted. You get a first and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Bruins. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
37, Maryland 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Manning. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Catch in the middle, it's Fleming. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Here's the pressure. Wide open downfield. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Smith. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
The Terrapins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Maryland!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
Holly, what update do you have for him?
Here on the UCLA sideline, with this big lead, guys, we are seeing the coaches start to reward some of the backups. That backup running back is in now, and he has earned it. Coach told me before the game, all these guys have performed well in practice. They are earning their time, and now with the big lead, he is going to reward all those players who are working so hard. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the run, it's Knight. Finding some room. Got enough for the first. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical.
Snags it, and he's open. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Iamaleava. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Picks up the first down. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
On the Maryland sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. It's complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense in press coverage. Back to pass, it's Hamilton. Bringing the heat. On the move and looking. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. And the Terrapins are facing 3rd and inches. Ready. Keeps it on the draw. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now,
there's some room. Got enough for the first. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
51, Maryland, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running inside, it's Smith.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game, because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.